Don't even. Do not come up here and lie about that.
In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Donut Mom. If you don't know, the Donut Mom has been going viral all across the internet for quite a while now. Originally, it was for feeding her 1-year-old child powdered donuts for breakfast. But now, it's turning into all kinds of crazy allegations of child abuse, crazy CPS stories that have a lot to do with her current boyfriend and the abuse of multiple different children. Leaving her 7-year-old child home alone while she goes to the gas station, and a number of other horrible incidents that we're going to be looking at in today's video. Playing on screen now is the original video that got her viral all over TikTok, where she decides to feed her 1-year-old daughter a plate full of powdered donuts. If this doesn't tell you everything you need to know about this person, I don't know what does. But to prove the point a little more, here is a bit of a compilation of various horrible foods that she has made for this child.
Hello. Bella, bring it to the whole pack. Bella. Oh, I was talking to Brooklyn for a second.
I'm recording.
Oh, I got.
We got pizza.
So you can see how well these kids are eating, how much she cares for these kids so much she can't even make herself put a smile on her face for the TikTok video. So if she can't even do that for TikTok, then what is she doing for her actual children? You know what I mean? Not to mention the fact that there's people screaming at the children in the background and she's having to say, "Hey, I'm recording, don't yell at my kids right now. Yell at them after I'm done recording the TikTok video." The food that she prepares for these children isn't the only thing that she's gotten into controversy about. Many of her controversies come from her lives on TikTok, where she has her kids running around doing whatever they want. She's yelling at them constantly. She's, popping them, whatever she wants to call it. And on one of the instances, when she was on live, her kid came up complaining to her, crying to her, saying, "Oh, it's too hot in my room. I can't sleep in my room." Well, it turns out that this room that this kid is living in has 2 broken windows and the AC in the room does not work. And it was the middle of summer when this was happening. So let's see what they have to say about that.
You won't let me.
When did I say you could sleep in the living room?
It's hot in my room. I'm always hot in my room when I sleep in it.
I didn't say you could sleep in the living room.
I didn't not sleep in the living room, but it's hot in my room. I'm gonna be on all night. I'm on every single night in my room.
Okay. I got a lint remover.
You got one. Why did you get another one? Dad?
She's not outing me. She has her own bedroom. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's hot in my room, and that's it.
You don't have to sleep in here.
Yeah, but you won't let me sleep in there. It's hot in
In
my
where?
What?
Sleep in where?
In your room?
No, you're not sleeping in my room.
I know, you never let me.
No, I don't.
Just listen to the way that she talks to her child. Not just the words she's saying, but the attitude, the way that she's talking to this kid. Now, something that people say a lot about this person is that she could not care less about her kids. They say that, oh, these kids are just a burden to her. She doesn't care about them. She couldn't care less. And it shows more than ever. She's more worried about the damn lint remover she bought off Amazon or TikTok Shop or wherever than her kid crying because they are so uncomfortable having to sleep in the hot room every night. It's just a bother to her. Nothing but a bother. Next up, we have the clip you saw in the very beginning of the video of her 6-year-old daughter claiming that she hits her in the face. Now, this was also at the very beginning of the interview live stream that she had done with this person right here, Mariah Monet, I believe is her name. Sorry if I butchered that. That was off the top of my head. Where she did this interview, and all this crazy stuff happened. 3 seconds in, and she's already saying, "Oh, my mom hits me." So let's take a look at this full interview and see what happened.
Don't even. Do not come up here and lie about that. That's not even funny. It's not a funny joke. You don't lie about stuff like that.
Nah, he said that as soon as the cameras started rolling. Man, kids say the darndest thing. He really gonna say you slapped him in his face?
Yeah, that's my 6-year-old. She has a lying thing she's been doing recently. And she even admitted it was a joke. I know you lied. Don't tell people I smack you in the face. That's not even funny. What? You tell people that at school too?
So she sound like she's saying she tell people at school you slap her in the face?
Apparently.
Damn.
That's fucking wild, bro.
You done spent all that time making some tacos with chunk cheese just for your kid to like say in front of everybody you slap her. Ain't that crazy?
Something I failed to mention in the video of her daughter crying about the room being too hot was the fact that her daughter seemed to be kind of reacting with the chat. At some point, Donut Mom said, she has her own room, I'm not neglecting her, I'm not this or that. And then as soon as she said that to the chat, her 6-year-old daughter said something else. It's like the 6-year-old can tell that she's talking to chat. She comprehends the whole situation. And same right here. Same thing going on. She's comprehending what's going on. It seems like she's talking to the phone almost, to the people on the live stream, rather than just her mom. She saw that as soon as the live started, she says, "Oh, she hits me in my face." Who knows? Who knows if that was a lie? I mean, it was her mom standing there right in front of her, the person who's supposedly hitting her in the face. Why would she double down on that and possibly get hit? You know what I mean? I'm not the person here that's going to tell you yes or no on if she's hitting her children or not, but everything's pointing one direction, and you guys can see what direction that is.
I cannot believe how that live just went with Mariah Monet. If you weren't there, I'm sure you'll see the clip. What was said on the live is completely false, and I will clarify that tomorrow during our interview on Mama Drama. I cannot believe that just happened. I am so upset that she came on live and lied like that. And the fact that everyone's going to spin that, she literally said afterwards that it was a joke. But everyone's going to take that part out of the clip and make it to where I look like a monster. But I'll clarify it tomorrow during the interview, don't worry about it.
So it seems that she had deleted this video shortly after she posted it. Now, the reason is probably because everyone said she's just beefing with her 6-year-old. This is similar to the videos that like Tofia says, or the thing she says on live where she's like, "Oh, well, this person did this person did that, I can't believe they said that, we're gonna deal with this then." You know what I mean? It's the same shit. Everyone just saying, "Oh, you're beefing with your 6-year-old now. You're getting on some TikTok drama beef with your 6-year-old because she claims that you hit her when you supposedly don't hit her." Speaking of beating and hitting and all that kind of shit, we'll get more into it with a couple interview clips. She had mentioned that there's going to be another part of an interview. So, yeah, there's much more to come. But I do want to say that the boyfriend in the situation is also accused, or, you know, there's allegations of him hitting them as well, where he's a little more, what do you say? He's a little more confident with his stance on it. Alex Sobel, or whatever her name is, she tends to be more, oh well, I don't really do that. But I guess he was going around saying, yeah, well, it's just part of parenting. I don't have any proof for that. That's just what I hear. I don't really know anything about the guy. You're going to hear some horrible allegations about him later. So I don't even want to talk about him, to be honest. But let's move on.
So in what situation would you hit her hand?
When she pushes her sister, when she hits her sister, when she hits her brother. Yeah, when she snatches toys away, stuff like that. I mean, for most things that she does, like mouthing off of this, that, and the fourth, we go with the corner first, but we pump her hand when she does something like physically. Oh, baby. What? You can have dessert after your food settles. Let me finish this, please.
Mommy, I almost flew.
You're lucky you're getting dessert after telling people that I hit you in the face.
So you may have heard me refer to her hitting her kids as popping earlier in the video. Well, that's what she calls it. Instead of saying hitting or smacking or anything like that, she says, oh, well, I popped them. I popped them on the hand. I popped them on the butt. Apparently she's popping them in the face, right across the face. It's, to me and many others, it's almost infuriating, just creating another word that makes it not quite as bad. Now, the whole popping on the hand thing, I get that. A little, just a little tap on the hand if you're, doing something you're not supposed to do. Not, like, leaving a mark or anything like that. You know what I mean? And that's for, like, the really young, like, a year or two old type shit. For the 5, 6, 7-year-old kid or whatever age she is, I don't know. I mean, she's really not helping the situation at all. But Sorry, I have to stop talking. Why the fuck are her glasses sideways in this video? What is going on? The B-roll in this shit goes crazy. I had to stop the whole damn video. Does she not realize? She's goddamn, are they broken? What the hell is going on here? Why are they sideways? What? So moving on from there, next up we have the part of the interview where she talks about leaving her 7-year-old daughter home alone, all alone, while she goes to the gas station. Let's check it out.
So what's going on with that? You said that you leave your kids to go 5 minutes up the street.
My 7-year-old,
Okay, what are you doing 5 minutes up the street? You're just going to the store?
the gas station.
Okay, and tell me about that. Like, why do you think that's okay?
I mean, he's like he's not like I guess, I don't know, he's very responsible for his age, so I just didn't see a problem with just going 5 minutes up the street. I obviously wouldn't leave my 2 and 5-year-old, I guess they were at the time, home alone, but for him, I mean, he knows to lock the door, he knows how to call 911, he has a cell phone, so, that my number's programmed into, so I just didn't see an issue with it.
So you don't see an issue. So was he, and you saying he was comfortable with staying home alone?
Yeah, he asked to. He didn't want to go.
Okay, so you just would let him stay home alone.
Yeah, I had first looked up the age, and in my state there is no minimum age to legally leave your children home alone. It goes based on responsibility, and I felt that he was responsible.
So this part to me is a little different than all the other ones, just because it seems like every other time where she's clearly doing something she shouldn't be, and this other person says, hey, well, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, maybe you shouldn't be doing that, she kind of agrees with the other person. She says, oh, well, what you're saying is the correct way. But this one, she doesn't. She kind of stands on it. She said, yeah, I let my 7-year-old be home alone. It doesn't matter. I don't care. But I wouldn't let my 5-year-old be home alone, but my 7-year-old is fine. Actually, he wanted to do it. That's why I let him. I'm going to tell you, anyone that's a parent in this world, don't let your child stay home alone unless they're like, I don't know, 12, 13 or older. That's probably a decent age. And honestly, it still depends on the responsibility part that she was saying. But responsibility, I feel like you can't even become responsible at 7 years old. What are you responsible for at 7 years old? Your toys? Alright, so the final topic of this video, a pretty horrible one. I've got to put, warnings on the screen. I'm telling you right now, sensitive topics ahead. So this is the CPS allegations, or the CPS case that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Basically what happened is Donut Mom and her boyfriend, they broke up, and while they were broken up, her ex-boyfriend made false allegations towards her, or at her, to CPS, saying that she had done something that you shouldn't do to her child. That's as far as I'm going to say it there. They may say it a little more in their interview, but we're going to have her talk about it, hear her talk about it, and we're going to see what really went down here. And not to mention, she is still with this man. She got back together with him after everything happened. Let's see her side of things.
In this next part of my interview with Donut Mom, she addresses CPS cases that her current boyfriend had put against her when they were separated. Here's the clip.
Never actually publicly said that he accused me of this. He accused me of assaulting my daughter.
Girl, this man accused you of assaulting your daughter to be petty, and you are with him now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you really need therapy very bad. So what exactly did he say to them? Okay, how the can you forgive someone for accusing you of, like, what goes through your mind after that? Like, I need to know when this happened, what was going through your mind, and how do you get to the level of forgiving him to be with him again? Because that's such a serious accusation.
He apologized.
Girl, he said, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
and that was it? That's all it took?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are back together. And what came of those allegations with CPS? Like, what ended up happening?
They tested her for and found nothing. They asked my son if I had ever done anything to his sister. He said no. They found absolutely zero proof that I had ever done anything like that, because I never have and never would. And I actually didn't forgive him for a long time. I wouldn't even talk to him unless it was about the kids, because I said, you should know better than that to ever accuse me of something. And for a while there, I actually thought maybe he was doing something, because, if you accuse someone of something, most of the time you're doing it.
Absolutely wild stuff. Honestly, I don't even want to be covering it. I didn't know it got so bad until the end. Like, I was partway through this video before I even, knew about all this shit. So, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna just end it. I don't want to talk about this lady no more. And towards the end, she's throwing allegations saying, oh, well, I thought he was doing something for a second. Why would you say that about your current boyfriend? Why would you be with him in the first place after all that? But why would you say that about your current boyfriend you're currently with? That you said, oh, well, I thought for a while he was doing this to my daughter. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? I'm sorry. I'm going to end the video here. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope you're enjoying Uncle Drew Palooza and all the wild content we've got coming your way. It is not going to stop anytime soon. So, with all that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace!